y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's Kyle. Got the car back together. It's doing good. I haven't done any update since I've done all this work to it, so kind of gonna touch on that here some. Gonna shed some light on the Holley stuff, and you can see the cage right there poking out. But gonna kind of go over what I've been doing with the car, what's the plans, how things are rolling, and just kind of dive into it and give a good breakdown. Alright, so car looks about the same. It's got a built bottom end, Wiseco pistons, Molnar rods. It's actually got a turbo cam in it now. Same fuel system I had before. 210 injectors. Got the dual Mac valves, controlled by an air compressor in the back, which I'll show. Got my Holley wiring over here. That's kind of a cluster right there because I've had to tap into some inputs and outputs, and it's not buttoned up yet. But my plan is to get a piece of metal made right here and kind of hide all that. But you know, once this is all prettied up, I'll get something more permanent done. Kind of following up on the last video, the power and all to make the Holley work, it's all kind of hidden under there in that loom. So what I touched on was those wires that needed to be tapped together and make everything work. I mean, it all works great. The only thing that I have an issue with is my trunk doesn't work on the button, which is annoying now. I didn't worry about retaining the AC controls and stuff. I mean, I didn't mess with none of that. Everything's still working the way it should. Got the dash nice and set up. Got the Terminator over there. Wiring's down underneath it. I mean, factory key. Ignition. Still door dings. Holley turns on. She's ready for action. Works great. I mean, fires up like a champ. You know, nothing major. Like I said, the factory key works. Got a dome light still. Got the cage in the car now. I'm not sure if I'm going to time lapse some stuff or how I'm going to try to do that, but it's an 850 Midwest cage, so fit in there nice. Everything's kind of tight. I mean, I still got the factory seat belt. I haven't put in my bars. I got to put in my brackets for the harness. I have a harness right there on the shelf, actually. Just haven't done it yet. Got my full cage. Like I said, went in there nice. Wasn't too bad. Got my air compressor right here. That's running the CO2, CO2. Got a little trigger switch right here. I got to clean up this wiring, but this is all just kind of thrown together to make sure this thing works. But that's going to be my boost control. J. Malcolm, SOB. Got the Holley right here. This is my current performance harness I was telling y'all about. It's a CAN bus adapter. Just drilled some holes right there. Made it work. So whenever I fold this up in there, it closes like normal. I've got the panel to go under here and pretty this up. That's for charging my laptop. The only thing that I'm not too thrilled on is the way these wires kind of turned out over here. I had to cut the kick panel because the way the bar was and everything, but besides that, it turned out pretty nice. Got the factory trim on, comes right here, notched the carpet around the cage. I mean, turned out pretty good. Like I said, it's been of course the dash pad broke, you know, F-body life, just have to deal with it, it's part of it. But yeah, it's still 6-speed, you know. Anyone thought I was maybe going auto, I'm not giving up on it, even though it would be a lot easier to go fast. But I drive the car a lot still and enjoy it for what it is. Fun street car that I just happen to race a lot. I'm hoping to be testing here soon. I haven't had any major issues really. I had a drain line on the turbo that just ruptured. I had to get that fixed. The CO2, this little Motion Raceworks bracket, I got to get it riveted in, but it's gonna sit there like that. Haven't had any major issues, you know. Motor's doing good. Haven't really pushed it any yet, but hopefully here soon be making some passes and testing it and actually see what it'll do turned up. As much as this 78 will hold, that's probably going to be my limiting factor, because the motor should be good for 1,000. I mean, the stock crank, you know, they say 1,000, 1,100 starts flexing, but guys have pushed them further. I don't really want to be one of those extreme cases pushing it, but I guess we'll see. So that's kind of it on the update right now. All right, so that was the update on the car. Been a big process, been a long drawn out thing. There were times whenever I had the car torn down, I never thought it was going to get back together. I might throw some pictures in this video. I'm not sure if you saw them and you're here at this point, you saw me do them or not, but it was the most I've ever done to a car for sure. I've never done anything like what I did to this thing, tearing it completely down. I mean, the trans motor, full dash, interior was all out of it. There were times when I was talking to my wife, I was like, this thing's not going to run again. And I was just, not to mention tearing the stock computer out and putting Holly in it. I mean, there's a lot of good information out there, but you know, you're never sure what is super reliable or not. So just a lot of, you know, little odds and end things, but you know, she's back together and hopefully gonna be making some passes here soon. So appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, and stick around. Hopefully some fun stuff here soon.